Is being a non-native English speaker going to hold you back getting a job in IT? Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Zach with IT Career Questions, and I am answering that very question. And that's a very hard question to answer for me specifically. I know that there's a lot of people who watch my YouTube channel outside of the United States. So I'm going to pause for a second and say I cannot answer a lot of your guys' questions on whether your language barrier is going to hold you back in IT outside of the US. Inside of the US, that's an entirely different story. As long as you guys can pretty much speak English, you will be able to land a job. I mean, there's really not much that's going to hold you back. The only time that you'll ever get held back because of a language barrier or because you're, foreign or whatever is because, you're going to work for some bigot or something like that. Then that happens. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. Things like that happen in today's world, today's society. It's terrible. But other than that, if you speak English, if you can communicate in English and communicate verbally through text, through email, and relay exactly what you need to get across, there's really no barrier that's going to hold you back too much. It's the same that goes for like doctors, who come to the U.S. Like, you cannot understand half of them. Like, literally, you can't understand half of what they're saying. But they're brilliant, and they're geniuses, really, and they do great work. And the same can be said for, people who work in IT. And I have worked with many people who their native language is not English, and they are amazingly smart. They were system administrators and network engineers. Smartest guys I think I've ever met. And there was definitely a little bit of a barrier there trying to understand them, but it didn't hold them back. They're working fantastic jobs in the U.S., in Chicago. I mean, it's all about what you know. It's not about necessarily the fact that you can't really speak English perfect. I don't think that's going to really be a huge deal. Can you do your job fantastically well? Can you do your job really, really well? That's what matters. That's what's going to count. That is what's going to bring you forward, and that's what's going to move you into jobs in the U.S., whether you speak English as your first language or your second language. It really doesn't matter. As long as you guys can do your jobs well, it's great. As long as you guys can communicate. Communication is key. I hope this video kind of answers the question. I really don't feel like it's going to hold you guys back. That's the plain and simple answer to your question. So if you guys have any more questions for me, hit me up in the comments below. Be more than happy to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. As always, take it easy.